Hey guys, I'm back for episode 5 of Let's Play Minecraft. I hope you all had a great weekend. I know I did. Um, we could jump right in. I just want to let you know, at the end of the last episode, I said I was going to log out right there and log right back in and continue from the previous episode, and that ended up not being what I did. I went back in. I figured there was a lot of iron and coal that I had passed up that I was going to go back and get, and I knew it'd be kind of boring for you guys to watch me get that. So I got that on my own, and as you can see, I've got the iron here. I've got some gold, plenty of coal, uh, and some other little things here. Clay. It was just stuff that I got going back to the surface. It was very uneventful. Nothing exciting happened, I guess, luckily, because you guys would have missed it. And here I am with all of these resources, and well, nothing is new. What I figured we could do for episode 5 is focus on building for a change. Now that I have all of this stuff, I could start building some of the things that you've suggested. And I was going to start with a proper house. This hole is well, kind of lousy, and we can do better. So that house on the water, the nice modern house, I think we can start that. And so that's what we're going to do this episode. So there might be a lot of sped up parts for building, especially sped up parts for, I don't know, smelting all of this iron, gold, and whatnot. Stone, I definitely want to use smooth stone. So let's get right into that. What I'm going to do is, wow, I have so much stuff. I'm going to put most of my tools in here because I'm not going to need those really for building. Lava and water can go in there. Basically what I want is all of my building materials. So we'll take that. Shears, why not? Pick up any wool we get. And yeah, I think this is a good base. We'll start with this, and from what we have here, we will go and start essentially building a second base nearby, um, somewhere by the water. And then we'll come back for the rest of this stuff later. I will mention, the one thing I wish you guys had gotten to see is when I was trying to find this base at night when I came out of the caverns, that worked like a charm. A little beacon off in the distance led me right here. Otherwise, it was a pretty boring adventure. I wanted to thank everybody in the comments who was very helpful in informing me as to what a stronghold is and how it differs from mine shafts. Neither of which I have found at this point. This doesn't look like a good way down, so I guess we'll go down the other way. So I guess we can go. There's more water this way, so I guess let's go this way. So as far as Minecraft news goes, what do you guys think about Notch stepping down as lead developer for the game and handing over the torch to Jeb? Uh, Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm interested to hear it. Yeah, I'm interested to hear it. Personally, I think the game's got such a great foundation that it's not a problem. It'll be interesting to see where he takes it and just how the dynamic's going to work in terms of creative control. We went down this, didn't we, in episode 1? Maybe we can put something here. Like, we'll flatten this land a little bit, put it here on the water, and then we can have like a rail system going up there, and we can do different things up there. And then off screen, I'll go and get rid of that because that's already bugging me, just it being up there. So let's let's flatten this land a bit. Yeah. It's kind of weird in a almost like an Inception kind of way. You've got all these weird block formations. There's some sheep. Oh boy. That'd be one heck of a basement. Maybe we don't build there. Could also build up here. It doesn't have to be, you know, literally on the water or right at the edge. It could be just near water, near a water source. Put it right here. Get a nice view. And you got the mountains behind it. Then we don't have to do too much flattening. And then we can fill this out a little bit. Now the trick is to get some sort of temporary shelter up so that we could pass the night, because I'm sure I'm not going to get this whole thing built in 8 minutes. So let's go over here. We're going to grab shears, which I was smart to bring. Go grab those sheep, get some wool, build a bed, get a little miniature hut up. That way when night comes I could stay here as opposed to trekking all the way back to that base. And we'll start building. And the hut will be useful because it'll allow us to set up crafting benches and furnaces, so I could start preparing all of those ingredients for all of our objects. All right. Down we go. Let's put the hut over here, that way it's kind of out of the way. Make a very simple dirt hut, because that's one thing we have plenty of that we could get rid of. Alright, now first things first, I'm going to put a hefty amount of coal in each of these. And then we can start putting some stuff in there. And of course, to hold everything, let's make a chest. We only need a single chest for now. And we'll plop that right over there. I can put things like ham in there, or pork chops, I guess they're called. I'll keep the dirt and this. No, I hate gravel. You know what? Let's build another furnace. I forgot we had all of this coal here. Not coal. Clay. We do have a lot of coal, but I meant the clay. And we could get that going so we could start making bricks. Drop another half of stack in there. And we'll drop the clay in there. So now we've got all those furnaces going. And perfect timing. It's almost night. Let's see if I could sleep before any monsters spawn. I would love if that 8-minute jump also applied to the furnaces, but alas. If you're listening, Jeb, make it happen. Alright, so we were filling this out, getting rid of some of this grass. Maybe we can have an overhanging portion of this? oh, we can have a stairway that leads down to the water and build a little dock. Yeah, I like that idea. Fill it out a bit. Alright, so how are we going to go about this? Let's look at the layout here. So the idea is there's a dock down here. So we have a dock right here. Over there, we can flatten it out later, and we can put a farm. So I'll have a steady source of food for adventures. Maybe over here, I build a little brick hut that'll have all the furnaces and crafting tables and to be for building. And then this will just be mainly a residential area. A good tip I heard on Reddit, or I didn't hear on Reddit, I read on Reddit, is it was somebody who was asking for advice on how to improve on the longevity of the game, because it's almost like any other game that has a lot of repetition. You can get into this sort of pattern that you perfect, and before you know it, what would have normally taken you hours and hours to do takes a couple of minutes, and before you know it, the game kind of loses its charm. So one way to mix it up and to keep things interesting and challenging is to, rather than having one base that has everything in it, a good idea is to spread everything out. That way you need to find an area and build a building for virtually anything you do in this game. Crafting, farming, fishing, trees, like spread it all out so that you have a new project, you have something to build towards, and it kind of extends that whole project, as opposed to building one hut, putting everything in it, which is a lot more efficient, but kind of takes away from the game. So that's what we're going to do. Not to an extreme level, although, we could do like a farm up there and crafting over there and tie it all together with an elaborate train rail system, but at the rate I'm moving, that would take forever. So for now, let's table that, and we'll just do a minor version of that. So what we're going to have in here then is we have a nice open area, mainly for looks, and we can put an area back here for sleeping. Put a bed over there. Or even better, you could go right in and we could put that in the basement. We'll dig out a basement. And then over here would be a nice platform for what would be the first station in a railway system. Like in a little indoor station. And then from here it could go up to the mountain, and we could get up there. We could go back to our original base, which shall not be forgotten. And yes, I think this is a good plan. Now, this is how I like to lay down foundation, especially because I like the bricks style. Oh, this is done. Nope, I just wanted half. Oh, this is done too. So let's put cobblestone in there. Yeah. The brick's going. I'm going to add more. Take some out of here. Alright, I'm going to let this go because I'm going to need that smooth stone. And when we return in a second, it'll all be done and we'll continue. Alright, well, we're back. It's been a little while. I have plenty of brick. I have some smooth stone, tons of iron and gold. I still have some stuff going, but I feel like we've got enough to kind of start with. And we'll let the rest go as we build. So first, what I'm going to do is let's get some brick going. Again, coming from beta and alpha even, bricks are so rare that I just feel like I need to build something with them at any given point. So now I like these stone slabs. I feel like they're pretty essential to... Oh no, what did I do? I built the pressure plate. Womp womp. Oh well. Let's just fill that back up and take some more. We can even build a few more. I don't know, they have a nice slick look, very minimalistic, and they allow you to build sort of like half levels, so it gives you a little more freedom. So what we can do is, here's the thing. If we leave an edge of grass, then the walls themselves won't be too long, and then the room inside will be even smaller. So I'm going to build all the way out to the edge. You only need one little area for sleeping, right? So yeah, let's just do up to here for now. We can always expand later, and then what we'll do is we'll have a doorway here that leads to that future minecart station. So there we go. We've got that. And then what I also like to use these for are steps. So we got a double step here. And then we'll go here, and then here's your dock. So we don't have enough of these for that, but there we go. That'll be the start. Now I essentially need another set of all of this. So I'm going to build this up too high so that I can put glass on top of it for the windows. I could perhaps put a whole layer of this for the floor. It's totally a possibility, but that's going to require a lot of stone. And then, so before we go back to see if we could grab some more and make more of that, let's go over here and get a little shack going for furnaces. And so here's what I'm going to do. Similar to that hut where we had the furnaces acting sort of as a wall. No, that might be a little ugly. Or not. I was going to essentially put just a ton of furnaces. We could put one, or we could do 4. Yeah, let's do 4 on each side. And then we have a back here. And then what we could do is we could put windows along these 3. So we'll go up here. I'm going to essentially just build now, and you'll see it in fast motion. This hut turn into something. And we're out of brick, so that got cut super short, and I don't have a lot of cobblestone. Oh, did anybody see a stronghold down there? Perhaps this building episode is a little preemptive. I need more resources, more than I thought. What do I have in here? Ugh, gravel. I could make iron blocks, but that seems a little wasteful. Smooth stone, there we go. We'll drop you in there. More brick. Even more brick. Nice. So we got a little stairway going. One of the last steps is going to be to take out all of this grass and replace it with a real floor. Now I'm a big fan of light, so I kind of want to a skylight going there. We'll have windows here, or no, this is what we'll do. We'll have windows here. We'll have 2 layers, 4 across of furnaces, so that's 8 on each side, so we'll have 16 furnaces. Just more than enough. And then here we can have some sort of skylight going, and also I'll extend this out. We have 7 brick left. How are we doing this? So this is how I do these roofs. We do the same on this side. I don't have enough to fill that up. Do I have more clay in there? Well, we'll leave that for now. So that's all stone, which is nice. But there's no more clay, so no more brick. So I'll need to go get more clay. If there's none around here, I'll put it off. And it looks like there's... Whew, that's dangerous. Yeah, I don't... Oh, there's some. Oh, but I don't have a shovel. And the sun is setting. So we will shelve that for later. Now, how much later? That's sort of up to you guys. So, as you can see, this whole episode there wasn't much being sped up. I was kind of talking through a lot of it, and it wasn't a sort of complete project, so it didn't seem to make as much sense. Let me know what you thought about that. Did you get bored watching me build things? Do you want to see it sped up, even if it's an incomplete project, or do you want to actually see it get built out in real time? Let me know. The next thing I want to bring up is materials. Do you want me to go out adventuring to get more materials for building? And do you want to see that? Or would you rather I go off screen before the next episode, go farm a bunch of clay and stone and sand and go back straight into building and continuing on with this project? So cast your vote in the comments, and whichever seems to be the more popular choice I'll go with, and that's what you'll see in the next episode. And until then, have a great week, and I'll see you all on Friday.